Hey, what's up guys? Lightning Eagle 14 here, soaring back into your everyday life with another video. And in this video I am going to be going over my completed Drainblaster Absolver shotgun build thing. And in the last video I built the Absolvers and disassembled some Mavericks and pillaged them for the cylinders. And we glued them with Gorilla Glue, but I have made some serious adjustments to the design since then. So let's get right into it. So starting off with the Absolvers, the seal the Gorilla Glue gave me was actually really bad, and so anyways, it was just awful. So I ended up just kind of putting hot glue all over the seam there to attempt to block out any air, and that has seemed to work pretty well. So I basically just wasn't really satisfied with the Gorilla Glue at that point. I was like, I'm going to try hot glue because it's quick, and if it doesn't work I can just rip it off and try something else. And so basically I just decided after that I was going to use hot glue for the whole thing, and the project went from 0 to jank in like 10 minutes. So now it looks terrible, but it works, so that's the point, right? And anyways, so I ended up modifications for the Drainblaster. I cut a little piece of 3/4 inch PVC right there. That's what actually connects to the PVC bushing and allows me to swap out cylinders and such. And basically what I did was I poured a whole bunch of hot glue into the piece and then pushed it on over the little nub thing that goes on the front of the Drainblaster that I believe connects it to various plunger type attachment things. And so I put a whole bunch of hot glue in there and then pushed it on, and then I added even more hot glue around the edge here to reinforce it and also to block out any air that would escape around the edges. And then finally I put more hot glue around the tip here. I just kind of put some on there and then made sure not to get any in the middle hole so it wouldn't block the airflow, and then I just trimmed off all the excess with a knife. So that worked pretty well. The air seal for the actual PVC piece to the turret and the turret seal is pretty good. However, I think the Drainblaster might have a few issues with sealing. I'm not sure, because when I pump it I can feel air hissing out like right here, and I don't think that's supposed to happen. So I'm gonna have to do some more research, look into some things, and possibly fix that. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention, sorry about that, but I did also fill up the hole in the middle of the cylinder where it threads onto the rod that goes through the Maverick. I filled that up by just kind of dropping hot glue into the hole and allowing it to kind of fill out and cover up the hole. And I'd say that worked pretty darn well. So that's enough about the blaster. Let's move on to a firing demo. Alright, here we go. So I have tested this blaster and it gets ranges of around 35 feet or so. So here we go. Okay, let's see how fast I can reload it. I find 12 pumps or so is good. And fire. 2, 3. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with how this project turned out. It doesn't look all that great, but it does function pretty well. It's very janky. It has hot glue and exposed PVC everywhere, with just basically glued onto these Maverick cylinders, but it does work, and it works pretty well. I mentioned in the firing demo, I think that it gets ranges of about 35 feet. I did test that yesterday, about 33-ish to 40 feet. And with an angle I was getting about 50 or so. was, I believe, the highest shot that I managed to get. And yeah, the spread is actually pretty decent. It's not bad. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with how the project turned out. It was an interesting little build, pretty simple and pretty fun. So yeah, this isn't the last you've seen of this project. I do intend to run it at, or use it at my next Nerf battle whenever I can get some friends over to do some Nerf battles, or maybe organize a war or something. Anyways, so you will see some footage of me attempting to use this in a Nerf battle sometime in the future. Can't say when, but I do plan on doing that. And also I do plan on making some more attachments for it. I want to have a one that fires pool noodle rockets, as well as one that fires demolisher rockets, and maybe some other attachments. We'll see. I might make some other things too, depending on what I feel like and what I find that looks interesting, because Drainblasters are very versatile, which is nice. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions about the build process or want to know more about how I did things, if you're looking at building one of these yourself, please leave them in the comments section below. Original credit for really inspiring me to make this build and outlining a lot of the steps and processes for this build. I have to thank the YouTube channel Captain Xavier. If you're not subscribed to him already, what are you doing with your life? He has an amazing channel. Highly recommend it. Go subscribe to him right now. It's awesome. And yeah, so big thanks to Captain Xavier for his videos on how he built his, and that kind of guiding me into making my own. So yeah, and I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.